Hello everyone, and welcome to a review and comparison of two eyelash curlers from ELF. So on the left side we have the very famous ELF mechanical eyelash curler, and on the right side we have the one that has replaced this classic from ELF. This is the new $1 ELF eyelash curler. If you're anything like me, you may have realized with dismay some months ago that ELF has taken off their website their very famous $1 mechanical eyelash curler, the black one over here, that I have used and loved for years. So I was kind of freaked out by the fact that they did not have any eyelash curlers for a while. And then they came out with this newer version of it, which I believe on the website they claim to be an improved version. I was quite disappointed that they took off one of their probably best-selling items, and for sure one of their most hyped items on YouTube, because I did not find that there was anything wrong with it. I've been loving it for such a long time. But when I saw this other one, I decided to give it a try. So going on to the differences of the two, obviously this has some plastic covering on the bottom that the new one does not have. And one of the main differences for me is this plastic. The old one with its structure where you could rest your finger on this plastic rim offered very good stability, meaning that when you went to curl your lashes, I did not find that I was prone to pulling them out because the curler was very stable in my hands. It did not wiggle left and right. It was quite stable on my eye, and I like the amount of spring that it had because I found that that gave me a very good curl. Now the newer one obviously does not have that feature here, so it may be prone to a little bit more movement in your hands. So in that regard, I think that you need to be a bit more careful when curling the lashes, and also it doesn't have as much spring to it, you see? Let me try to compare the two directly. So when you close the old one, it kind of opened by itself because it had a spring in there, whereas the new one does not. What I find to be the biggest difference between the two is the difference between the curvatures of the two eyelash curlers. The top one is the old one, the bottom one is the new one, and I hope that you can see this from this angle, but actually the newer one is flatter, whereas the old one is more curved out. So I'm hoping that this side-by-side view actually allows you to see the difference in the curvature between the two. The newer one is flatter, whereas the older one is a bit more curved out. To be honest, I find that the newer one works better for my eyes because it adapts better to the shape of my eyes, meaning that it gets in closer to my lash line and it's easier to curve with the newer one than it was with the older one. Now that being said, I did use the older one for several years and totally loved it until I saw how easy it was to curl the lashes with this newer one. So I think that both of them are valid products, and I think both of them are worth the try for just $1 a piece. So from my point of view, this is another hit with ELF, and I'm happy that they came out with this newer model. I hope that this review was helpful, and I'll see you next time. Bye!